Urban City Podcast.
Urban City Podcast. Sports.
It's Breakfast at Girbeau's with Gerold Girbeau right here on the Urban City Podcast Network. And of course, today, man, we got Coach O, the assistant head coach for JSU, Jackson State University's football team. How you feeling, man?
Man, Gerald, I'm good, man. I'm good. Blessed, brother.
Man, I'm appreciative that you come over to Urban City with us.
Glad you're having me.
Yeah, man. Y'all been busy a little bit, huh?
Hey, it's a good thing though. When you're busy and you're winning, that's a beautiful thing, man.
Oh my gosh, man. We gotta start from it all, because people don't know that you and I have like we got a little past,
No doubt.
And you started in high school.
Absolutely.
At my alma mater, Provine.
No doubt.
My high school. And you got you went over to Jackson State.
Yep.
How did that happen? We'll start from the beginning. Like where how did you become the football coach over at high school? Provine?
Okay, Provine. Man, so started my coaching career at Callaway, actually, man. And it's kind of funny, man. You know, Coach Collins he's a pioneer in this area.
Out. Yeah.
So when I graduated from college, I was working as a process server and a courier guy for a local law firm, and I knew I wanted to get into coaching, but it was going to take some time. I was a student assistant before I left Mississippi State, and so I went to Coach Collins and said, "Look, man, I'm trying to get into the coaching profession. You got anything available?" He said, "No, unfortunately, right now I don't have anything available." And I took that as a shot. You know what I mean? Like, coach, I ain't good enough. Yeah. You know what I mean? But he had his guys already. So I went over to Callaway, man. Another Provine guy, Darryl Jones.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Darryl.
Man, DJ, man. He was at Callaway at the time. He had just gotten the job. And not to be too long with this answer, man, just show you how crazy the world is, how small the world is, I should say. I was at Mississippi State. I guess this is around 2007, and DJ ends up getting a job at Columbus High School, which is about 30 minutes away from Starkville. And so I was in a mall in Columbus one day and happened to bump into DJ, Coach Jones, just walking through the mall. Two Jackson boys from Provine, we up in the country, just walking through the mall, bumping to each other. And he said, "Look, man, I'm the head coach over in Columbus now. When you graduate, call me, man. If I got something open, I'd love to have you on my staff." Okay. And to kind of tie all that in together, DJ knew me from coaching at Jim Hill when I was playing in Jackson. So, man, speeded back up, came back to Jackson. He ended up getting a job over at Callaway. And we made a lot of noise, man. We made a lot of noise, really good. Had one of the best teams in JPS history over there. Sent a lot of kids to college, a lot of kids to Power 4, Power 5 schools at the time. And so fast forward from there, I get a call one day, said, Provine had an opening. Coach Collins was ready to retire. And I didn't necessarily want the job, man. I didn't.
You were in feelings about it, right?
Nah, I ain't gonna say it. Well, yeah, a little bit.
Still a little tainted, brother.
Yeah, but also, man, I thought about Coach Young, who had been at Provine for years, and I wanted to make sure the people that wanted that job had a fair shot to get it.
Right.
And so, once I finally got Coach blessings on it, we moved forward with it. And I went over to Provine, and I didn't necessarily do a lot of big things at Provine. My job at Provine really was to kind of reestablish the order, reestablish the structure, get it back to how Coach Collins would want it to be.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that was my call of duty over there. So when I left Provine, man, it was I was going into my 4th year at Provine. Had the best team I had since I've been there. We have been doing some things in the community with you, Gerald.
We did the men's talk, right? I still got those pictures. I still got all the photos. Yeah.
Like, we were doing some good things at the school with the young men, and so I got a call that summer, man. I was not expecting it. I wasn't fishing. Copiah Lincoln Community College gave me a call and said they wanted me to be their offensive line coach. I've always had a dream of coaching on the collegiate level. It was a means to an end for me, you know what I mean? So I knew it was a part of my journey. So I took the job, man, left a lot of disappointed brothers over there at Provine. But I knew I had to do this, and I told them it was a life lesson. As much as we may get comfortable and like our surroundings, we have to make sure we understand that upward mobility is what this life is about. We're always trying to win. And this is an opportunity for me to win win for my family and to grow. And so once we left, I think they understood that. I was at Colin for 2 years, man. Had a great time at Colin. Had two of the best offensive lines in their history. Was the O-line, had 2 O-line MVPs in the league. Both years I was there. Was an assistant coach of the year. And so, man, the Jackson State job ends up coming open. And I know I'm long-winded with this answer, man, but you asked me to start.
No, it's okay. Yeah,
so, man, I get over there to, I get that call from Jackson State, Coach John Hendrick at the time, 2019, and crazy, small world again. My coach that hired me at Copiah Lincoln was the running backs coach at Mississippi State when I was there. Relationships, right? Right. All right, so fast forward, Coach John Hendrick, who was the head coach at the time at Jackson State, he was the defensive line coach at Mississippi State when I came through there. So I've been knowing these 2 dudes for years. They recruited me out of high school. I played for them, so they knew my character. And so Coach Hendrick called me and said, man, listen, I need an O-line coach, man. Everybody around here thinks highly of you. I know your character. What do you think about taking this job? It was a no-brainer for me. I came home. And so the rest is history, man. So you fast forward 6 years, we still here, rocking and rolling.
There you go. All right. So you got to the fast forward part. Deion came 2020.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. You were there then, right?
No doubt.
Okay. What was that experience like for you working with Deion Sanders? I mean, coming, from beginning to the end. What was that experience like for you?
Yeah, man, it was a great experience. It was a great experience. Don't get me wrong. It had its valleys. You know what I mean? But as a man, it helped shape me to what I am today. Man, the dude is he's a wise brother. You know what I'm saying? What you see is what you get. I don't even know how the right adjectives to describe him from that standpoint. He's just a good dude when it comes to knowing how to put people in the right places to succeed. Man, he opened doors for me that, man, I can't say would have gotten open if it wasn't for him. I ended up going to work, do some consulting work with the Minnesota Vikings because of Prime.
Okay.
He opened the door for me that I walked through, but I ended up doing some more work for the San Francisco 49ers. We invited the GM to practice when I want to say we were playing maybe Grambling or somebody that weekend. The 49ers were doing an East Coast trip, and they had, I think, Charlotte, the Panthers, to play that Sunday. And in between, they had Charlotte one week, and then I think they had to play the Saints the next week. So in between games, they didn't go back west. They stayed in West Virginia. And so, man, John Lynch and Adam Peters come to practice. And they got the chance to meet me, sit down and talk with me. But they came, to visit with Prime. But in that process of meeting me, they invited me up to San Francisco for a few weeks to do some consulting work with them through the Bill Wash and Nunn Wooten Scouting Fellowship. So, boom, another door that Prime opened for me, man. So I can't sit here and lie to you and act like, man, the man ain't blessed me in more ways than one, brother.
Right. So some of them rough days, because it seemed to – on the outside looking in, it was a nonstop winning streak when he was there.
Right.
The first year, I didn't think we lost 2 or 3 games. Then that last year he was in, it was like nonstop. It was just incredible, unstoppable. Like everybody was recognizing Jackson State. It was like I felt good,
right?
That's my alma mater. That's where I'm from. We was on the map.
Right.
It was like I felt like we finally got the recognition that we deserved on a national level, because Mississippi knows what Jackson State is, and here we are on the national level now. Right. Those days when it was rough, like, was it like a teachable moment, or was it like, my chest bigger than yours, or did you? What was that like?
It was everything was teachable. You know what I'm saying? I never allowed my ego to not allow a moment to be teachable. When you're around greatness, you got to soak it up, good or bad. You know what I mean? Because even the bad, I learned how to handle situations that looked bad. I learned how to, in the future, I'm gonna handle that a little bit differently than what Coach did at that point. So even the bad moments, man, I'm telling you, he and Prime was very aware of what was going on around the program. That's one thing I liked about him. He had his hand on everything. things. So it wasn't that I don't care if it's the equipment person, you know what I mean, or it was the person that cut the grass. Everybody was getting held to a standard. And that's one of the biggest things I gleaned from him. You know what I mean? We talk about a standard, and that's what's kind of kept us relevant even now with Jackson State football. We got a standard that we play and live by. And I give Prime a lot of credit. Every day we came into the facility, we knew it was a standard we had to kind of uphold.
No doubt, no doubt. You with all of that, do you still talk to Prime?
Yeah, we've had Instagram text messages, things of that nature. I don't really call them.
Okay.
I mean, I ain't got no need to call nobody in Colorado. You know what I mean?
There you go.
He got business up there. He tended to. When that time comes, we need to have a conversation. We left on good terms, so
good stuff.
Yeah. I think that'll be easy for me to pick up the phone and call him. He told me that, if I ever needed him, to give him a call. Now him and TC on the other hand, I think they talk a little bit more because they do a lot of more off the field stuff. See, I'm not a fisherman. I'm not an outdoorsman. I don't care nothing about that, Jerry. I'm a city boy. You know what I mean?
Right,
so
right.
they hit it. They hit it off the field more than I did. I was in the office working,
right.
You know what I mean? But we are definitely, if we need to reach out to them, we can get them.
What's the team looking like for this 2025 football season? Because, look, I'm hearing the teams going back to Vegas for Grambling. Let's talk about that a little bit. What we looking like?
Oh, man, it's going to be fun, man.
Okay.
Jackson State is entering, and I really feel this from the bottom of my heart, we're entering a space of dominance. We enter into a stretch where we have a chance to really be dominant and create a dynasty. Now, granted, we have to do some gatekeeping. We got to make sure we still uphold the standard that we were just talking about. But, man, as far as the team, man, we got some dudes. We got some flat-out dudes. And we just released the schedule. And to be honest with you, that schedule looks good to me. You got Southern Miss on the schedule this year.
Oh yeah,
I'm looking forward to going to Hattiesburg. We do numbers when we go to Hattiesburg. You know what I mean?
Everybody's coming. Yeah.
Everybody's coming, right? Yeah. Then later on in the year, like you just mentioned, we go to Vegas. I love taking this show on the road, man. The West Coast needs to see what Jackson State University is about.
It's very capable of.
Yeah, man. Like they hear about us all the time, and I think the West Coast is really excited about welcoming us out there.
No doubt, no doubt. Now, who are some of the standout players, and give us some insight on the leadership within the team?
Yeah, man. So, two of our top guys, we talk about Jeremiah Williams, defensive tackle from Lexington, Holmes County. I say Lexington, but really Holmes County. He's from the countryside of Holmes County, went to Holmes County Central. He's been at Jackson State since 2021, so he came with Prime, and he stuck around, man. He's a bona fide baller. He was the MVP of the Celebration Bowl defensively. And then you got Jacobian Morgan. He was the MVP of the Celebration Bowl on offense from Canton, Mississippi. Another local product, man. He went off to play quarterback at Syracuse and then ended up coming back to play quarterback for us and led us to a national championship, man. So those two dudes right there, they lead the locker room. Good, wholesome brothers. They want the best for this school, for this city. They love Mississippi. And so when other dudes coming out of program and they see that type of character at the front of the program, they don't mind falling in line and doing the right things.
No doubt. What are some of the biggest challenges you feel? I mean, because pretty much we undefeated, right? What are some of the biggest challenges do you think JSU faces this season, and how y'all think y'all going to overcome that?
Yeah, man. Hey, when you win, complacency starts to set in.
Comfortable.
Yeah, man.
Comfortable. Yeah.
And we're not going to allow that to happen. Want everybody to understand that this is a program built on toughness, blue collar grit, and it's going to continue to be that way. And the players in the field house, is certain stuff that we have, even from tucking your shirts in, making sure you're wearing the right length socks, making sure you got the right stuff on in general. Mm-hmm. Just all those things, man. Just attention to details. Don't allow small things to fester and become bigger things. Bigger problems, right? So, and our team is becoming player led. When you have a team that becomes player led, you have a team that is having opportunity for success.
There you go.
So, man, we're looking forward to it, man. We think the sky's the limit with this group.
Bet. Now, I know you said y'all gonna gatekeep a little bit, but can you break down a key strategy and formation that JSU is known for?
Oh, man, known for? I tell you what, man, I wish I had to play to show you, but we during the season, we put in an unbalanced set. And if you don't really know football, you're gonna be like, what is coach talking about? But on offense, typically, you had a center in the middle of the offense, and he has a guard on each side. He has a tackle on each side, right? So an unbalanced set, you can have that center, and you may put the whole offensive line to the right or the left, creating an unbalanced look for the defense. You're trying to create numbers. Right. And so we did this originally against Texas Southern. The cool thing about this, Jared, and the reason I brought this play up, Manny Ramirez, our offensive line coach, came from Texas Southern. Well, while he was at Texas Southern, he tried to implement this play, and the coaches kept shooting it down. So we implemented the week we go play Texas Southern, end up getting like a 60-yard run off of it. And we ran it maybe 4 or 5 different times this season, and each time was successful.
What now, I know this is everybody, like, and it's gaining national attention. Homecoming.
Oh yeah.
Homecoming 2025.
Yeah.
What's that? What are you expecting that energy to be like? Because we had the parade, we took on the championship, all of that stuff. What do you expect from Homecoming 2025?
Unbelievable, man. October 11th, 2025, Alabama State University will be in Jackson, Mississippi to take on the Jackson State Tigers for homecoming. It's going to be a beautiful experience.
That's going to be crazy.
It's going to be dope, Gerald.
How does JSU approach recruiting, and what qualities and quantities do you look for in a player beyond talent?
Oh, man, great question. So our approach to recruiting right now, man, we're getting back to more of a high school type recruiting class. We want to develop guys. We fill our holes in our roster with the transfer portal, but we think for us to continue to be successful, developing young high school players is key. So that's kind of the big, philosophy behind our recruiting success right now. Now, on the flip side of that, you talk about going forward. When we go and play teams there, we want to make sure we're the biggest team and the most physical team. So even looking at our roster right now, we've kind of set a standard to what we want each position to look like. Right. So going forward, I just don't see where we're going to get away from just how we operate. I think it's successible.
So if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Man, don't fix it.
So there's no changes or none of that.
Nah, just consistency. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think this year, where we beat teams maybe by 1 touchdown, 10 points last year. This year we got a chance to start beating them by 2-3 touchdowns.
Right.
But that's because the program has become consistent. These guys have been here. We had 3 guys get in the portal that played last year. 2 of them left, 1 came back. So the consistency in the roster is there to be successful. Right. So, man, we're looking forward to it, brother.
Has the NIL had any effect on the recruiting at JSU?
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Positive and negatives to it. You know what I mean?
Because I was going to say, what's the retention rate?
The retention rate is high, and we are just introducing some NIL things to our roster. Now, we've had players with, we had a $10,000 deal with with Cheez-It brand. You know what I mean? One of our players was on a $10,000 deal. So we've had some things in place in the past. But across the board where you're talking about 20 to 30 players being able to secure deals, those are new things to Jackson State, but we have that. We got one of the best NIL collective setups in the conference, in the conference by far, and really all of FCS. And that's, we talk about it. KC 1400 Collective is a really big part of our success and how we are able to recruit and retain.
Right.
Our guys they don't expect to be rich, but they do want to be able to
get a few dollars in your pocket while you're
playing. Be able to date your girlfriend, you know what I mean? Be able to go home,
take out
break,
to eat, and all that stuff. Yeah.
That's it, man.
Do you give Coach Prime credit for that?
It depends, you know what I mean? So I don't want to say I don't give him credit, because a lot of the doors he did open by just his presence, right? But the actual foundational piece of it and really setting it up it kind of started after he left. A lot of the deals that were put in place when Prime was here was kind of done between his people, kind of on that side of it, his business team, right?
Right.
Now it's kind of more me and TC going to secure a lot of these deals, building relationships, even with the collective, the KC 1400 collective didn't start until after Prime left. But opening our ideas and our minds to the potential of those things, yeah, he definitely deserves credit.
No doubt. Now, what role do you think JSU football plays in the HBCU sports landscape?
We the creme de la creme. We the mecca of HBCU football.
That's all I wanted to hear you say.
Yeah, the creme de la creme. I tell people that all the time, Jay. Like, it don't get no better than JSU football, brother.
Man, I mean, yeah, because right now it's up.
No, it's up, man.
It's all the way up, man, and you guys are doing amazing with it. What's the biggest misconception about HBCU football, and how do you think JSU is changing that narrative?
I think the biggest misconception about JSU football is that we couldn't be successful post-Prime. I think that was a big misconception.
I think people were like, it's gonna go down, and you and Coach TC. I mean, man, y'all been working y'all ass off.
Nah, we appreciate that, man.
This thing, man.
Nah, proud of y'all. No, I appreciate you, Gerold, man. Yeah. I tell you this, we were both built for this moment. He's from South Pike, from down there, and I'm from Jackson, Mississippi, right in Presidential Hills, right? Yeah. And I think our love for the university allows us to really sell, and for the city of Jackson allows us to sell this area to people who may have doubts. You know what I mean?
Right.
It allows us to show the beauty in this city, the beauty of these people, and when recruits and their families come to town and they get a feel and a vibe for Jackson, and a feel and a vibe for our fans, they're blown away because we are about excellence. Everything, when you come into our facility, when you come onto our campus, you come to a JSU football game, it's about excellence. Right. And that's our standard. And so families come in, they start realizing that, man, I can see my son playing here. And real quick before you go to your next question, man, we had a parent on campus just yesterday, a white male, him and his son. And the dad pulled me to the side and said, "Coach, I could honestly see my son coming here after coming to see you guys today. I didn't know prior to coming to this campus, but after watching you guys practice, after watching your operation, coming into your staff meeting and meeting you guys, this is by far one of the best facilities and programs we've been to." So when you hear things like that, even from white families, you know what I mean? That's important to us. But what we're trying to do is create just a bona fide blue collar, blue blood program.
There you go.
And that's what we got.
Yeah. What's one of the most memorable moments from 2020 until now that you've had as an assistant head coach? Man,
I'm gonna tell you, because it's new, man, it's a viral photo going around where after the Celebration Bowl this year, I went. And it was maybe 10 seconds left on the clock, man. Maybe a little bit more than that. I went and sat on the bench, Gerold. Man, it was a heavy moment for me, a lot of reflection. And I went and sat on the bench. My emotion kind of came over me. I just put my head in my hands, and a couple of players come and pat me on my back. And next thing I know, I got dumped with the water. Dumped the Gatorade.
That's great.
That's a good feeling, man.
I bet it is.
That's a good feeling. I never.
Were you like? Was it surreal to you? Like I've come this far. That moment right there.
Man, it was. Yeah, you're exactly right. Surreal. That's the exact word to use. And it was surreal. And I told somebody it was unreal at the same time.
Right.
Like I'm from Jackson, Mississippi. I'm living the dream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to lead, and I'm not necessarily the head coach, but I'm one of the leaders of this program. But to lead this program to a national title as a boy that grew up in Jackson, went to John Hopkins, went to Northwest Middle School, went to Provine High School.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man, it was freaking surreal, brother.
What would you tell a high school student that's a junior in high school looking to go to an HBCU to play football, and preferably looking at JSU?
Yeah, June 1st, 2025, we have a camp.
Because this is going all over the internet, YouTube.
Well, I know you big time, Jay. I already know what
small
time.
time, man. I'm not that big.
No,
yeah,
man, you've been doing this for a long time.
Oh my
brother.
gosh.
I know you. But listen, man, June 1st we do have a mega camp, and it's the largest mega camp in the HBCU landscape. It's going to be at the Vet, and you can visit Go JSU Tigers football. I mean, Go JSU Tigers football Instagram or what's that, Facebook page or Twitter page. I guess they call it X now. But you can visit those for more information. But if a junior wants to get on the radar of a lot of HBCUs, that's a great opportunity. But also, man, make sure you go into camps. You got the Rivals camps, you got the Scout camp, you got the underclassmen camp, the UC Report camp. So you got those type of deals going on. Even the Under Armour, the Nike camp. It's a lot of stuff going on that you can get in where you can get seen and where we get the data.
Right.
So you just need to put data out there, and we're gonna get it, and we're gonna find you.
Right. When what would you want the TC Coach O legacy to be from your point of view?
Championships, brother. Championships. Them dudes loved us. This is why I want JSU folks to say they loved us. They served us. They made us proud, and we won a lot of championships. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen.
What's your grand finale in all of this?
That's a good question, man. I have aspirations of being a head coach. You know what I mean? But I'm also a person that allows God to move me, brother.
There you go.
So I'm in my moment right now. I'm enjoying what we're doing. And so I don't want to rush this moment. I think so often coaches, and not just coaches, professionals, we rush moments and thinking that the next moment is going to be just as good. And we find out when we go into the next moment, it's a lot harder and you're not as happy. So why rush the moment that you're in? So that's kind of the space I'm in right now. But I do have aspirations to be a head coach at some point, and it's got to be the right school. And I can't wait to come back. If it's not Jackson State, when TC retires, I can't wait to come back to Jackson and beat Jackson State if that has to happen. I was just playing, but we got to talk about that.
That's another episode. Yeah, that's another episode. Are there any aspirations to be in the pros?
Yeah, it's one of those things where if it happens, it happens. I'm blessed, man.
I feel like that's a political answer on the real.
But I'm just serious, man. I love NFL. I love the NFL.
Right.
But man, college football is just the pageantry of it, and I love developing.
It's like the players are hungrier.
Exactly.
Right.
And then you've been knowing me for a while, Jared. Man, raising young men to young boys to be young men. That's a calling for me. And I think I have, my stepfather was a pastor, and I know, my godfather, Pastor Jesse Sutton. A lot of folks know him from over yes, Blackburn, and then over in the sub too.
There you go.
But these men, they're pastors, but they showed me how to lead, right?
Right.
And so, people say, you get to talking, you sound like a preacher, yada yada. I was raised around preachers, but I tell people quickly, my church is that football field house,
and that's the foundation for you.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Yeah, so that's how I handle my players, man. That's my sanctuary. That's my football. That's my family.
Who are some of your inspirational heroes in football, whether it be college, high school, pros?
Yeah, I guess, and that's another good question, brother. I guess inspirational. Ooh, boy, that's a good one. I never even really thought about that, man. Like in my older days now, I say older days, man, getting a chance to sit down and talk to Robert Brazile,
okay,
as an NFL Hall of Famer, that gold jacket, getting a chance to sit down and talk to him. And, I wasn't no fanboy prime, but like being able to glean from him, like, dog, this is them heroes, them you grew up like I wore this man's shoes, and now I can pick up the phone and call him and say, Coach, I need, or Coach, can I, or Coach, do you need? And man, that was pretty cool. So I would say Prime and then Dr. Doom, man, Robert Brazile, just being able to have conversations, pick up the phone and call either one of them and get fatherly type advice if I needed it.
That's amazing to just be able to,
Man, I'm telling you, it's cool, man. Like them listen, people don't realize them dudes with those gold jackets are a rare breed. Like if you're an NFL Hall of Famer, it's only so many of them. And even for the rest of our days, it will only be a select small cohort of the amount of players that actually play in the NFL. So to be able to have those type of guys in your phone on speed dial and they actually pick up the phone, that's pretty freaking cool for me, man.
Oh, man. With Coach Prime's track record, do you think he'll go to the Dallas Cowboys or go to a professional team?
With Coach Prime's track record, as you said, I predict he's going to go where the money resides.
Knowing what he is and knowing how he moves, you're absolutely right. You got any shout outs to anybody you want to thank before you get out of here, bro?
Yeah, man. Man, first of all, man, thank you. You've been a supporter of my career for a long time,
Absolutely.
man. So I really appreciate you, man. But also, man, the citizens of Jackson, Mississippi, man, the fans of Jackson State, man, it's been a beautiful year in 2024. This year is going to be even better. It's going to be even more special, more life, more wins, man. And I look forward to going to all these cities and taking over their stadiums and coming out of there the victor. That's our main goal this year, man. So as long as we can keep making those people happy, keep making Mississippians and Jacksonians proud, me and TC know that we're doing the right thing and we stepping in the right space.
Absolutely, man. Well, we definitely appreciate you coming to Breakfast at Girbeau's right here on the Urban City Podcasting Network, man. And of course, you invited to come back. You can come back if we call you, right?
Man, I got you, man.
Definitely,
anytime,
man. All right, man. It's your man, Gerold Girbeau, with Breakfast at Girbeau's right here on the Urban City Podcasting Network.
Urban City